This is Jeremy Pacman, a game I made in, well, I don't know exactly when, let's just say pre-2005. For international viewers, you'll just need to know that Jeremy Pacman is a famous British political journalist known for his kind of no bullshit approach, and of course, his name sounds like a famous video game. I'm not the first person to make that pun. I can't be the only person to make the video game, but maybe I'm the first person to make the game. This is made on Click and Play, which is a very reduced child's version of coding. Maybe it's an equivalent to Scratch now. Of course, you can do a lot more on Scratch. I was programming on some other softwares and languages, but I favored Click and Play. I think it was more instantly rewarding with like visuals you can move around. So I did my best to make a facsimile of Pac-Man, Pac-simile, with what Click and Play is capable of. The levels were based on different political parties, so these are some conservative ghouls, just two of them, and you'll probably recognize Boris Johnson, who at the time was just like a whimsically awful MP. He said some bigoted stuff, but the level of the threat, he kind of seemed more like comedy at the time. I mean, I was always pretty wary. He's already got the look there, hasn't he? Like, we're nearly 20 years on, and he is still the same guy. We maybe should have seen it coming at the time, how his fascist demagoguery would rise. The UK public still kind of loves him, despite, or maybe directly because of all of his mistakes and horribleness. The other girl on that stage was Anne Widdecombe, who's still alive. I don't know why. She is really one of the worst. Like, keep her away from any kind of power. She's a massive homophobe. She's very, like, traditionalist Christian and has all the bigotry that comes along with that. Horrible people, horrible party. Level 2, I think I threw together some of the smaller parties. So you got Kennedy there. Is that George Galloway with a little Hitler moustache? That's not a very good moustache for a politician. And the other one, oh, that's Michael Howard, who was Conservative leader at the time, which doesn't make sense why he's not on the Conservative stage. I don't know if he was initially meant to be on that stage, and like I decided to have only two ghouls to begin with. I don't know, I can't explain that mistake. This is just another pack maze. Charles Kennedy, R.I.P., seemed a pretty good egg. I mean, as far as politicians go. Galloway is a very confusing one, like slightly good and really bad. He's a bit of a like reality TV star as well. If you look up George Galloway, he's almost as crazy as Boris Johnson, I guess less directly a threat. This game was fully intended as a joke about satire, about how low the bar can go, but it doesn't really carry. Ouch. I'm being cavalier with this. I'm assuming I won't hit the lose screen, but yeah, I'm not playing the most strategically. Those ghouls are not actually on any AI, you can probably tell already. They are just on preset tracks. You can't program AI in Click and Play. Level 3. Is this the last one? Is this Labour? Yeah, you got Blunkett, who's moving in a... I don't know if that's an ableist joke in the way he moves. You got a very slow Prescott. That could be a fat-phobic joke. There's Gordon Brown laughing away. And... oh, I'm gonna have to confirm this in the edit, but is that Jack Straw? I was only a kid at the time, so wasn't that well versed in politics. I kind of knew them from Have I Got News For You? I did design a lot of graphics and music for my games, but the ones that have survived are those without. I think I was intentionally going for a kind of minimalist aesthetic for this, because if you put some MIDI files into the downloader, then it just made it a more complex product. Those crosses, rather than an extra life, maybe they should give you the invulnerability for a bit. I mean, that's kind of what happens on Pac-Man. I guess I would never be able to make a mode where the ghosts flee from you because of AI. So that's what I chose, but it's not a good choice. It's not a good game. I'm not pretending it's any good. Ouch. Nor am I playing to be good at it. You'll be delighted to hear. Just want to get through it. I was hoping I'd do that without any effort, but I might have to redo this stage by the looks of it. Yeah, is that the final life? Okay. I've restarted to be able to cheat my way back to that level. There we go. So I just added a password to the level in my first click and play coding in a long time. Politics at the time was getting real messy. You know, it's neoliberal shit, and it was probably post-Iraq war. So the promise of New Labour had really started to go ugly. You'll notice there's a big New Labour name that I've intentionally left out of this level. You can probably figure out how come. Red! I just realised it's coloured red. Did I do that for the other levels? Now you've reached Tony Blair, see if you can outwit him. Oh, there's another control. You shoot your clever questions. I remember this was originally going to be that Blair would shoot really long-winded answers at you that don't actually answer the question, but there was a sprite size limit, so you'll see what I went for. Right, here come the questions. Is a question mark? Yeah, okay. So I need to get a hit that doesn't hit one of his lies, and he's always going to look at me and shoot some lies. So I guess I need some distance and to always be moving and looking at him. Yeah. Got the health bar at the top there. Yeah. Oh, you restart. That's pretty mean. Am I missing some really obvious strategy that... No, I think you're just gonna keep moving. The 4-directional controls do not help in this. 8-directional would have really clarified this, and maybe a strafe function. We notice how strafe in video games means different to what it means in the rest of the world. Yeah, keeping my distance, shooting a few cues, then moving on. Does his hairline change as he looks? Yeah, well, his hair color at least. Okay, I admit it, I was wrong. Can't do the voice. Is that everything? Okay, yeah, you win. Alright. Ugh. Boo, please die. Please come back from the dead. Ugh. Ugh. Meow. Yeah, Jetstraw. Prescott, what a frown. Poor old Gordon. Yeah, okay, that's an ableist joke. And there he is. And... thanks for playing. Thanks for watching. I wasn't sure if I accidentally skipped that ending animation, so let's have another look. No, that's the entire level.